we do ches Elul. Ubirur zeh. The idea that when Mashiach comes at least, we're not only going to have shalom between chesed and gevura, which you have now b'mreimov. You're going to have shalom lamata b'tachtoinim between teva and ra. Yagamke is going to be achieved by the same light that Eibush is shining into this world, and it's going to shine taka b'ha'ora rabba with a great radiation, v'ashpoa tzuma, an intense flow. It's written in the Torah, the world is going to be filled with the knowledge of Hashem, of Hashem's presence. The world is going to be filled with the glory of Hashem and so forth. In other words, just like Shalom Lamaila has to do with Havaya and Elakus, and Teferes, Shalom Lamata, which cannot happen now, it can only happen. Yossi Love has to do with Havaya and Teferes and Edinson. So far, what we discovered is that Shalom Lamaila we could create now, Shalom Lamata forget about. Now, if we can't make Shalom Lamata, why is Alter Rebbe discussing something we cannot do? So he continues. This is going to happen in the world at large. However, I want you to know, in a person in this world, not in the whole world, but the person who's called Elam Katan in this world, on special occasions. What's the meaning of special occasions? Please look inside. Zutfilu when the Yid davens. Or other special times that are designated and relegated, each person should be alone with his Creator. Each one according to his deeds. Says the Alter Rebbe, we can merit even now to something similar to this beat. In other words, you could make shalom shalmata now as well. You could make shalom or al derech moshel shalom between teva and ra now as well. But only me'ain, and only when you're in special times, when you're davening and so forth. How? First of all, which is the Gemara says is makes shalom. Second of all, through giving tzedakah. Which because of the Gemara says, Rabbi Eliezer would give tzedakah to the poor person, and only afterwards he davened. Why did he do it? Because the Diksiv, as the pasuk says, through tzedakah, I'm going to come to see the face of the Eibishter. The face of the Eibishter is Pnimius of Alakus, is Teferes, the Shem Havaya. Through tzedakah you could see it himself. That the face of the Eibishter is Bechinas Gilui Ha'ora, is the revelation of this ray. V'ashpos hadas v'atvuna, and a flow of knowledge and understanding. Lehizboinin b'gdulos of Hashem, to contemplate the greatness of the Eibishter. Ulaheilid mizan, to create through it. Dechilu rechimu sichlim, emotions and of fear and love, which are based on the intellect of the person. Keneda, as it is known. In other words, that through using the time of davening appropriately, and by thinking about the greatness of and by giving tzedakah before you daven, and then by davening, so when you think about the greatness of Hashem, you could experience deep avas Hashem, yiras Hashem Keneda, as it's known. By days then, through this tzedakah, and thinking about the greatness of Hashem, it affects shalom. What is the shalom? That nivir atev la Hashem, the good is clarified to the Eibishter. V'nivir dara, that the evil goes away. As the pasuk says, mitzaraf lakesef v'kur lazav, we refine silver and refine gold. In Hebrew, there's a different word for refining each metal. Each metal has different words. There's nechoshes, and there's barzel, and there's a different word in Tanakh for each. Just like you guys learned in the Shas, yeah? You're collecting fruit. So there's one word to cut figs, another word to cut dates, another word to cut olives, another word to cut wine. Each one's a different word. Grapes. Same is true in refining metals. Mitzaref always goes for kesef, and kur, which means the melting pot, always goes for zahav. The ish lefi mahal, each one is according to his seichel pirush. Lefi hiluliyas Hashem, according to one's praise of the Eibishter. Be'emek hadas, by delving deeply. Lehela dechilu lechim, to convert yiras Hashem and avas Hashem. So when a person gives tzedakah, then he davens according to his level. He's mevaratei from ra. So too, nivir atev and nifet me'ara, the good is clarified and separated from the evil. Kibir, like the clarity, upided in the separation, hasigi mekesef, the residue from silver, vizav and gold, b'mitzarav according in the different refineries. In other words, made of Rabbeisai, that true, the regular inyan of bringing shalom between good and evil can only be la'asad loving. But in a miniature way, in a microcosmic way, you could make shalom between Teva and Ra now on the two conditions. It has to be an Eisras, it has to be a special time, and you have to use it. If you do his bonus and you daven, you reveal Avas Hashem and Yirf Hashem. In other words, we had in Tanya Perek Yud Beis that when a Yid davens, he's temporarily a tzaddik. That's this Bechin of Shalom. After you daven, it's Chazer Ravanei. But B'shas HaTfilah, you're like in a Madregas tzaddik. This is the pshat. You gave tzedakah before davening. And tzedakah is being mamshach eid itself because you gave tzedakah, which is eating from Shalom. So when you daven, you can make Shalom. After davening, it's Chazer Ravanei. So what do we have so far? What do we have so far? Shalom b'maya shal ma'ila between Mechal and Gavriel you could do now through Tein and through Tzedakah. Shalom b'maya shal mata. First of all, it's only Yossi Love, and second of all, we can do it now also b'shas Aveda b'Tein and b'Tefillah. Okay? Ad kan ches Elul.